Bulba en la casa. Let's go. From the block to the console, we ride that beat. Destiny rising, AOE heat. Rise of Kingdoms, got the crew on the street, but we play with a heart that can't be beat. Fortnite drops, COD snaps clean. Burrito gang ripping on every screen. We ain't just gamers, now we a dream. Raising funds for St. Drew's team. The Burrito gang, roll it, light that flame. Bulbaritos bring the heat to the game. From the factory, yo, we ain't the same. We cook our beats with that boba so flame. Everybody say our name. Bulba in the lab with that crazy aim. From the streets to the stream, we claim respect and love, not fame. Bulba el maestro creando contenido. Mixo Pokémon y mexicano sentido. Bulbaritos, nombre bendito. Bulldog francés, corazón bonito. Dale, we dissect the dev like surgeons in a booth. Break down the lies, serve up the truth. Fat content fresh from the factory roof. When the horns go off, that's Bulba's crew. No fake flex, no clickbait sign. Just community love and charity line. For every kid fighting in tough times, we ride together, our souls align. The Burrito gang, roll it, light that flame. Bulbaritos bring the heat to the game. From the factory, yo, we ain't the same. We cook our beats with that Bulba Burrito gang. Everybody say our name. Bulba in the lab with that crazy aim. From the streets to the stream, we claim respect and love, not fame. Bulba the factory done. From rope roots to gaming songs. Burrito gang, we carry on. Faith, family, flavor forever strong, yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Anthony here with the Bulbaritos, bringing you a brand new live stream. We are first one of 2026, and holy smokes, it's going to be a doozy today. We got a ton to cover. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, as you can tell from the title. Changes upcoming for the channel, for us, for the community, that kind of deal. So I know there's going to be a lot of questions as we kind of move forward and into 2026 and all that it's going to bring. And I'm excited. I hope y'all are as well. I think most of y'all kind of know where we're going and what this whole stream is going to be about, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. We're going to chill, have a good time, watch some stuff, let y'all know what our plans are, why, answer any questions that y'all have, because I know that a lot of people are going to have some questions, and hey, rightfully so. If I can answer them, I will. Brutally honest. This is that one stream. I'm telling you, this is that one stream, team, that if you ever had questions that you wanted answered, this is the stream. This is the stream that you do not want to miss. So ask away. We're going to be firing off a bunch of questions from y'all. If it's about AOEM, goals, where we're going, why, that kind of stuff, this is going to be the one you do not want to miss. So thank you again for all the love y'all been showing the channel. Do me a huge favor, if y'all been enjoying all the content, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And Burrito Gang, we're going to be diving into it today. We're going to let some people kind of trickle in. Let me fire up some music, but we got a lot to cover. This is going to be a very compact stream today, and it's gonna be a wild one. It's gonna be a wild one. So let me fire up some music real quick. Let people trickle in. Make sure you share the stream out if you haven't already. This is the one that you do not want to miss, fam. I'm telling you right now. I promise you. All right, let me see. Let me make sure the music. Okay, that should be good. All right, I think this one's about to end, so I'll just leave it here. I'm gonna have to turn it back on. How's everybody been? How's y'all's 2026 so far, fam? Y'all doing good? I missed y'all, man. I missed y'all. We got a lot of stuff going on. So first things first, officially 2026, right? Here's the first update that we have overall from the community itself. 2026 January, literally January 1, I waited. January 1, we officially launched our brand new Bulba Breaks eBay store, Mercari store, all that. We're going to be doing a lot of TCG cards. Yeah, if y'all have been on the streams doing all that kind of stuff, we now officially launched it. We have way too many, but we are going to work on adding a ton in there. If you watch the streams and there was anything that you saw that you wanted, let me know. Let me know. Pretty much almost all of it, except for the Bulbas, the Slowpokes, and a couple of them are going to get launched on the store. We probably are going to send some graded, doing all that, but we do officially have an eBay store, Mercari store. So we are actively, doing all that kind of stuff right now and selling and launching that side of the business right now. So exciting times. We've already gotten a couple of sales off of it. I am looking at possibly maybe ripping some One Piece. I'm not entirely sure. We did rip some Final Fantasy. We definitely have sports and a ton of Pokemon. Pokemon, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to primarily be doing that on eBay and maybe TCG Player, but we'll find out. I'll let y'all know on the Discord if you haven't already. And so, yeah, we're kind of putting it on the T-ball stand right now. So that's kind of a nice entry into a big change for me, because that's a big move as we progress and try to grow that Bulba Breaks channel. So thank you again for those of y'all that have already subbed to that channel. I don't know if I have it on. Let me see, breaks. I think I had a command for it. Let me see if it's gonna pop. I don't remember if it's Bulba Breaks or just breaks. Oh, the music. Mini Man, the first question I have is, how wild did you get on New Year's? Believe it or not, hold on. Let me make sure the music's going real quick. Believe it or not, right? Mobile story time. Usually, I don't actually get super wild on New Year's Eve. I let the wife cut loose, because usually I have to drive back because our dogs don't handle fireworks very well. So usually we have to like give them some meds and stuff so they relax. But we had a good time, man. We did let me see if I can find it. I did a ribs video. I honestly, I was kind of disappointed. I forgot. I never posted it. Like a moron. Let me see. Look at that fire shirt though, fam. Look at that fire shirt though. I don't know. Can y'all see that? I think y'all can see that. Look, it's going off. Pop, king. It's all just blowing up behind me. This was like me trying to rip after having like, I don't even know, bro. It was maybe like 6 or 7 drinks. I didn't get too wild with it. The wifey had a good time. We played some games, had a ton of drinks, a ton of food, doing all that kind of stuff. It was a vibe. It was awesome. And did a ton of fireworks, man. It was a good way to ring in the New Year's. Usually we're kind of sloshed, you know what I mean? But we didn't do that this year. Usually the wife gets a little wild with it. But she was like, I don't want to have regrets the next day, because usually like New Year's Day, she's like out for the count all day. So it's like, ugh. But this year she was happy. She woke up. She's like, it feels good to be alive. January 1. It's so good. How was yours, Mini Man? That's funny, dude. The wife was trying to film and she's like deathly scared of fireworks. And so you see the camera like shaking. It was too good. It was too good. Did y'all have a big one? I know San Antonio usually has a big, massive fireworks show. All right. So let me get into, I don't want to wait too long, right? People trickle in. We can always, I'm planning on cutting this into videos, doing all that kind of stuff. So, or into a video. So if y'all have specific questions about any of the stuff that I'm going to talk about, feel free to ask. This is that one time, like I said, I won't do it in the comments on videos, but this is one of those videos or these live streams where y'all get to ask whatever y'all want to ask about the CCs, the program, all of it, right? The rationale behind why it was. I'll try to break it down as best as I can. But probably the second big massive announcement, which is probably the largest one out of the bunch, is I've decided in 2026 we are gonna slowly, probably not super slow, we are gonna start to reintroduce Rise of Kingdoms back into the official Bulbaritos channel. I know a lot of y'all went over to Bulbaritos Rock, and things being the way that they are right now in AOEM, I had to kind of make a decision, because what was happening is I just had too many irons in the fire. It kind of stretched me super thin, and there are passions that I have, including streaming, that I need to be able to dedicate more time to, like Bulba Breaks, Bulbaritos, the food and pack channels that I can't do when I have 5 channels. So what I'm going to plan on doing is condensing it down to the 3. So the Bulbaritos channel, the Bulbaritos channel, and the Bulba Breaks channel will be the official channels for the community right now. What does that mean, right? I know that's probably one of the largest questions coming, is what does that mean for the AOEM content? If you're going to be introducing Rise of Kingdoms back into the channel. What that means is I'm now going to have a little bit more flexibility on what to stream. Because right now the issue that a lot of the content creators are running into right now is, actually, you know what I should have done? Hold on. I didn't even think about this, team. Wait a second. Okay. So the one of the largest reasons why we're going to start slowly introducing, and maybe not even slowly introducing, Rise of Kingdoms into the main channel now, into the Bulbaritos channel, instead of running a separate Bulbaritos Rock channel, is because I'm just getting stretched too thin, right? And so it's kind of too many irons in the fire. We had the Bulba Rips channel, the Bulba Breaks channel, Bulbaritos, and then the Bulbaritos, and then of course you all know the Bulba Plays, all those. And I was just getting stretched too thin. So I told the wife, I made the decision that we are going to start introducing Rise of Kingdoms back to the fold. So those of y'all that grew with this channel, what, 6-7 years ago, should be dancing in your chairs. We're going to be bringing it back. There's going to be Osiris League content. We're going to be bringing all the juicy stuff that y'all used to love and continue to love back to the home of the Burrito Gang, our main channel. So I hope y'all are as excited as I am. There are some reasons behind it. And one of the biggest questions coming that I can definitely tell if you're in the chat right now is probably, well, what does that mean for Age of Empires Mobile and the content that you're producing? The issue that we're having right now as content creators is lack of live content availability. I should preface it like that, because some people will argue that there is content out there to be made. My issue is I want to do live stream content, engaging with the community, really show KVKs, PvP, do all that kind of stuff. And after 14 months now, there hasn't been any sort of progress made towards improvement in game for us to be able to do that. I know I've brought this up a dozen different times, probably more than that over the course of 13 months. And I know a lot of the CCs are already getting tired of it. I won't name drop any because I don't want to put any pressure on them. But a lot of us are sick of it. We're kind of sick of falling on deaf ears. And you're going to start to slowly see other content creators starting to dip from Age of Empires Mobile as well. Or they're going to start slowly phasing it out, similar to how I'm doing it right now. Just because there's several reasons why, right? Part of it has to do with lack of support. Other reasons are like lack of utilizing our feedback and, you know, using us as kind of a tool, right? To test stuff, to figure out new things. One of the last couple of straws that kind of broke the camel's back for me, I will tell you this, I was very hesitant on doing this because I did spend the last couple of year, you know, the year and a half building this up with AOEM. And the two things that really broke the camel's back for me was one, the release of T8 and T9 and all of the updates that came with that. We've told them for the last like 8 months, please reiterate this with the devs. We cannot keep we forgave it when it was the 140, right? Expecting them to kind of heed the warning, like, hey, y'all gotta chill, you're gonna kill your community. And it only took them 3 months to release the updates that we honestly made so many videos reiterating, like, please stop. Like, we are trying to grow your community, and with every update, you're slowly killing the community. And then the other thing, and this kind of goes back to CC support, right? When you're actively dedicating your channel and your community towards building a game, you want to feel like the devs, the CMs, all these guys, the community managers, CMs, are there to support you because they know in return you are trying to help them grow the game, right? Make them money, get their eyes on games, do all stuff like that. So at the very base minimum, right, content creators expect some sort of support, right? We don't expect to get run around or kind of the corporate line, so to speak. And that's all we've kind of gotten, right? Maybe others in private DMs and stuff like that, but we're not part of that, right? So it became one of those things that when we would ask for stuff or request stuff, it always fell on deaf ears, right? Simple stuff like assets, you know, new heroes coming out. We don't have the PNGs for thumbnails. We had content creators, bless their heart, ripping out images and PNGs and JPEGs from other games that weren't even Age of Empires mobile, not even Age of Empires. They were ripping out other heroes from other games just to be able to produce thumbnails. And then by the time we got them, it was like 4 months after they launched, which at that point, who cares, right? Who cares? It was a constant battle trying to get assets, support, you know, events, test server stuff. Like, I'll give you the second part that I was talking about outside of that was after the tech updates was the PC version for me personally. The moment that somebody, and I'm not going to drop names. Hey, Sig, how you going, bud? I'm not going to drop names because to each their own, right? Like each CC is a little different, and I don't need people going after or targeting. Like, we've already had that issue before, and I'm not going to do that again. So I'm not going to drop names. There are some people that didn't have issues with it, some people that do have issues, and I'm one of the people that had issues with the PC version. So for those of y'all that don't know, the announcement came out, I think early this week, about the PC beta test. Okay, let that sink in. Keep in mind, right, when they beta test the game, it was a year after their beta test, essentially, before the actual game launched. So I'm not super eager and super excited to hear a beta, because that lets me know that we're not even like, we could be months out from having a PC version. But that was not what really ticked me off. What ticked me off was when somebody in our CC chat asked, do we need to apply, or will you all automatically just add all the official content creators to the list? That way we don't need to worry about getting our hat drawn, you know, our name drawn from a hat. Like, we're out here trying to show off. We're going to test out. We're going to do all these things for you. And the response was, we will do our best, but we cannot guarantee. And I'm like, bro, I'm good. because it was one of those things. It's like, that is the, like, I don't know how to break it down in a nice way without cussing, and I'm trying not to, because that's one of those features, like all the CCs we've been asking for. We'd love to make videos on, we'd love to highlight, we'd love to do everything, right? But once again, our hands are tied behind our backs. We are getting dropped into the deep end of the pool with rough tides with no support, you know, and that to me is where it kind of went into the trash can. Because I will tell you this, another game that I'm currently playing, right? And I have no problem dropping the name here, because guess what? This isn't a sponsored video. It doesn't matter. When I dipped my toe back into Rise of Kingdoms, the support that I got immediately, day one, was more support than I've gotten in 13 months with Age of Empires Mobile. And it's not, I'm not trying to jab at CMs or the devs in AOEM. It's just a fact. When I needed an asset, I literally had direct connection to people to ask and request the asset within a server. Within like a day or two, I had the asset if it was a hard one that had to dig out. And I'm talking like this, right? Like, I'm taking this bottle, right? Here's a thumbnail, boom. If we asked for this cutout, like say this was a commander, just a cutout, they would literally pull the PNG for you from there and send you the PNG file. I'm not talking like no excuses, no, like unless they could not find it, we didn't have it, they were making it. If there was a thumbnail, I'll give you an example. In as content creators, there's a lot of times that there's a background, like a wallpaper, right, that is used for a upcoming event, right? Like the Chinese New Year will be a perfect example in Rise of Kingdoms and in AOEM that's coming up. It will have a ton of text all over it. It will have a really cool background wallpaper. In Rock, we will literally request, hey, can y'all remove all the text and just give us the wallpaper so we can use it for our thumbnails? And they will literally remove it all, upload the wallpaper, and we're satisfied. If we asked for that in AOEM, we'd get crickets or we'd get nothing. So it's little stuff like that that is just like, I can't reiterate the idea that certain devs, whether it's Rise of Kingdoms or any other devs, when they understand the importance of content creators for their game, you champion your content creators. I'm not asking for favoritism, I'm asking for support. Because at the end of the day, it benefits both of us when we are getting supported, right? I know a lot of people ask, well, what do the devs get out of it? They make money. They make money. They're making money because we are actively getting eyes on their game, pushing their game, using codes and links if they have them. We are actively making them money, right? They don't need any other incentive other than we are going to help make you money. And the reality is, because of like the idea that we can't even get support and we're still making them money, Cigarum's in chat, like he can attest to it, right? His story is a little bit different than mine, you know, is different than Sneaky, that's different than, we're all a little different. We're all in a different boat, but going to the same destination. And I will tell you this, Rise of Kingdoms had the same dilemma back in the day. And ironically enough, I bring this up on a stream. It was literally, I retired. I had dropped a whole note of like basically everything I'm regurgitating right here on some of the issues. It wasn't like a vicious attack. It was like, hey, these are a bunch of things that y'all should really address if you are being serious about trying to grow your content creator program, all these kinds of deals. And one of them was what they do right now, right? Where they have different tiers. You know, they have a server where they host and assets and libraries and all these kinds of deals, promotion, like everything, right? And that's the reality of it, right? At the end of the day, if you're chasing pennies, you're leaving dollars on the table. And right now, I put a comment, and I'll say this because it's not on anybody else, and I will let you know what I tagged Monir and them and crew with a very simple message. And I told them, I was like, if y'all can't understand why the content creators are really ticked off with the most recent update, I don't know what we can do, right? We can't say or do anything more than what we've already been doing, right? If you cannot understand that, I don't know what to do. And their response to it was mind blowing. And Sig was here. Sig's here. He can tell you too. Mind blowing. Basically, like, it started off with like, y'all didn't like 140, but y'all can deal with it. And basically they try to like sweep it all under a rug. Like, you'll get over it kind of deal. Like, it's happened, get over it, you know, like that kind of reaction to it. And I was just like, the response literally to that message was, y'all clearly have no clue of why this is an issue. It is not that the update is a problem. It's the pacing at which you all, right, the devs, are releasing the updates, right? And the examples I gave them is, I told them, I go, Rise of Kingdoms is 8 years old. It just turned 8 years. I believe it's 8 years old. 7 or 8, one of those. They still are running T5 troops. That is the original top tier troop that they launched 8 years ago. It has not been updated. They added crystal tech, right? They added certain dynamics that inflate power and deflate and do that kind of stuff, right? But they never took the base of the game and jacked it up. Because when you do that, it becomes very, like, it could potentially be very destructive to your game. If you don't properly test it, if you don't properly, you got to really be careful on that kind of stuff, because it can destroy your game, which is why I know Crystal Tech is annoying to a lot of Rock players. But at the end of the day, if they did what AOEM is doing right now, you'd have monster Kragans running around with T9s and you're still running with T5s, and it would break the game. Which is what it's going to happen to AOEM. I know a lot of people don't think it is, or it's going to slow roll. I called it literally the day they announced it. I told everybody, and I think Sig had a stream talked about it too. I told them, they were like, oh, they're going to slow roll it. Chat. I was like, give it, what, 2 weeks? And they will already be releasing bundles. And then they're going to increase KVK rewards that will include it. They're going to increase events that are going to include it. And then they are going to lump it under the banner of, we are trying to help free to play catch up or break the divide, which is going to do the total opposite, team. It's going to do the total opposite. And so those two things are probably, and I can go more in depth if y'all want me to. Ask questions. Like I said, put questions in the chat. This is like the reveal all kind of stream. If y'all have questions about what we're doing, why we're doing it, anything that doesn't have me have to throw another CC under the bus, I will answer. Or I will answer, but I will not give a specific content creator name, because I'm not going to do that. But some of the overarching topics we can talk about for sure. Let me see. Knight, how's it going? Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year. Sig, it's 100% facts. I got the same feeling with the Civ team. They were answering, which is already a big thing for AOEM CMs to do. My questions and concerns, listening to feedback, etc. And that's all, like, that's a great comment, because here's what the CMs and devs need to understand. As content creators, it is literally a part of the description for us to provide y'all with feedback, notifications on bug issues. Like, that's what we're here for, right? We don't want broken games. We don't want the community to die, because at the end of the day, if you're building your channel around a game, the worst thing to happen is the game dies, right? Because now guess what? You're at ground zero again. We're launching a brand new game again. And nobody wants to do that, right? We all love and are passionate about gaming, but at the end of the day, as a content creator, the worst thing to happen is a game dies, right? And so we provide our feedback, we give suggestions, we give them honest criticism. Sometimes it turns into a roast session, and I apologize. I know I do it, but at the end of the day, I still give a ton. I give lists of critiques, suggestions, things that need to get fixed, and I've done that since launch. So when they don't listen, right, and it still launches, we have a problem with it. You know what I mean? There was no testing. I'll tell you all this. There was no testing done before T8s and T9 released. I know a lot of y'all are like, well, it's not going to happen in the first month. Doesn't matter, right? Once the update is released, you can't walk that back. You have people that are already buying bundles, doing all that. It's too late to pull a T8, T9 back now. We don't know if it's going to break the game. We don't know if it's going to absolutely cripple an already crippled PvP, mode inside of AOEM. We don't know any of that, right? Nothing was tested. And we found out literally the day before it was going to get released, right? Miniman, I asked a simple question to Catherine and all I got were automated responses for 3 days before I gave up. Yeah. I've never gotten a response from Catherine. I got the automated ones and never got answered. Mind blowing is the word. Yep. Night 7th this year's 8th. Okay, perfect. So at 7th, their answers are usually very arrogant. I think it was something like, what do you want? To remove level 140 so people lose progress? Exactly. And then they'll put like some keck emojis at the end like we're laughing. It's like, no, bro. They're delusional too. I think the average player wants these updates. So the part that they said, right, and a lot of content creators, and I'm not going to drop a name, whether you agree with this or not, right? Maybe Sig doesn't agree. Maybe Sneaky doesn't agree. Timmy, maybe none of them agree. This is just my personal opinion. Okay. When people throw out the rationale of what they're doing, right, as the company needs to make money, right? That is the number one thing that people say. Well, the company needs to make money. The response is always that, right? When somebody's trying to glaze the devs on what their rationale, like rationalize what's going on, they glaze them to death saying, they need to make money, right? It's a business. Here's the thing though. Smart businesses understand a very, very simple concept, right? If you make a good product, people will buy it. If you make a good, and I'll repeat it again, if you make a good product, people will buy it. And when I put that in the CC chat, crickets, like that, nobody understood what was going on. They were mind blown. I was just like, guys, if you want people to spend money, give us a good product. Make us want to spend money. Because right now, I haven't wanted to spend money in the game for 4 months. I see bundles and bundles and bundles, but no content, or no updates, or no support, or no, nothing. Right? So that makes me feel like I don't want to support you, because at the end of the day, right, I'm not spending money just to buy bundles, right? Those players that are spending money are investing in you, investing in your game, because they want to enjoy it and have some fun gaming with their friends, right? So give us a good product. I can't name one update that has included a AOE style update. What do I mean by that? I mean, we've seen the ripoff of Cars. We've seen the ripoff of Total War. We've seen the ripoff of that Fluid game, right? From all these other games, we've seen ripoffs, but I have not seen a single update in 13 months that looks like or reminds me of AOE, right? Which has a legendary history. You could make, I don't even know, like, I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole, but there are so many ideas that you could run with. Even Battlefield Survivor isn't even an AOE, right? It's a ripoff of another game too. And most other games, you have that exclusive mode that is you are known for. In Rise of Kingdoms, Ark of Osiris, right? That is a big one, right? Other games have started to try to replicate it in different ways, but it is not what it is in Rock, right? You do see it in AoE, in AoEM, with Wonder Contest and Battle of Dawn, but you would have to put both of those modes together to be Ark of Osiris inside of Rise of Kingdoms. And so that's where it's come, like the simple concepts of understanding, like it's like the field of, what was it called? Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. It's basically, if you build a good game, we are going to spend. It's a very simple concept. If you cannot fix PvP, if you cannot fix KvK, there is no point in wasting your time in the game, because that is what we want to do, right? That is what we look forward to. If you can't fix battle mechanics, if you can't fix the objectives, if you can't fix scales, you know, reward scaling, if you can't fix matchmaking, or at least attempt to, every single time they try to explain away stuff, and it doesn't make any sense, right? When they try to explain away matchmaking, doesn't make sense. None of the logic makes any sense when you look into it. When you break through the surface level jargon, you see that they're full of junk. And that's the way it is. Let me see. Knight. I think the reason why T6 isn't the thing is because of the feedback from the community. I got occasionally asked by CM about if feedback coming in my way, about patch events, etc. But here's the thing though, right? When it's a universal hate on the update, that is something you walk back, right? That's something you walk back. You're just like, my bad, our bad, guys. You know, you don't double down. And consistently, you can ask Sagaram, they consistently double down on terrible rationale, terrible reasoning. They double down. Instead of being like, you know what? The entire community hates this update. Let's walk it back. Let's get some feedback. Let's see what we can improve before we relaunch it, if we relaunch it. But they don't. They double down. They say, get over it, keck. And then they just pretend like nothing happened. It's the same thing with like the anniversary event, right? After all the things that happened, there was no like, our bad, guys, y'all are right. We are going to do, you know, we're going to try to improve it, make it better. We are going to launch this week-long celebration for y'all where we're going to roll out the latest and greatest events that y'all love. Battlefield Survivor for 2 days, this one for 2 days, DICE event. They could have sucked up so bad, but instead they chose the route of here's 500 EC, a couple of speed ups, my bad, maybe next year. And that is the route they went with zero communication that came from the heads, right? Zero. We didn't get an announcement apologizing. We didn't get anything. We got radio silence. Even the content creators got radio silence. They didn't respond to any of our stuff. What they did was a week after the anniversary, they came in saying, hey, brand new event we're going to be launching. They didn't even address anything. They just ignored it. Nicola, half of community quit after 140. Yeah. And so that's what it's kind of turned over to. They don't care about testing anyways. They ignore feedback, and you have to argue with Catherine to even get her to understand a hero bug. True. Imagine if you had a CC server that had, you know, the direct people inside of it that you could report bugs, you know, racism, and get actual actionable content going on immediately, right? How wild would that be? It's like if I had that, I would be moving to that game instead. Most players still play just for the community. When it dies, the game will too. I think people are already starting to pull that trigger. Miniman, they can't even fix the censorship in the chat system. I don't even know what that's about. I think they use, I don't know if they use Google Translate or something else. But yeah, it's pretty bad. I can't tell you how many civil wars were started because Turkish translations call everyone a dog. And that's not a jab at anybody if you're here. It's just how broken the translation system is, that when you translate from Turkish into English or into most other languages, it refers to sisters, mothers, it translates it to dog. And we've told them that and reported that so many times. It's wild, bro. It's wild. How many civil wars were started because the message translated to your mother's a dog? Kind of like, bro, I'm talking about broken stuff like that. That is like, bro, come on now. Come on now. As a player who played in Osiris League Grand Finals with OWR, nothing can compare to it. I miss Rock. So Nicola, if you just joined, the second big announcement, the first one basically was we just launched our Boba Breaks, eBay, and I just went blank on the what is it called again? Jesus Christ, I just went blank. Macari. The wife yelling. Our new eBay and Macari stores, shops for all the TCG cards that we're ripping. If you've been watching the live streams and there's stuff on there that you want to see, let me know and I'll post them up. But yeah, we just launched our new eBay and Macari shop. We've been getting some sales in, a couple of sales here and there. We just launched it. And so that's one. And then announcement number two was probably the largest one, is that we are going to now start reintroducing Rise of Kingdoms back into this channel, back into the original OG Bulbaritos channel. So you are going to start seeing more KVK content. When Osiris League rolls around, we are going to be bringing the Osiris League back. We are going to have our competitions. We have support for those competitions. We are going to be doing a ton of stuff on this channel. And then it kind of reiterated when I know the next question is always going to be, well, what about AOEM? I'm going to be pumping out the squeaky wheel. If there is Rock KVK going on all month long, it's going to be KVK content all month long. Right now, the issue that we've told the CMs and AOEM and devs repeatedly for 13 months is it drives me nuts that the only time we can make live content for your game is on Saturday. All the other days in the week, I would sit there and maybe do my dailies in 10 minutes and then I have to dance like a clown for the next 3 hours, right? I would rather stream some engaging fights, doing stuff like that, Osiris League matches, stuff like that, and be able to pump more content out for y'all, right? At the end of the day, I want to do more content for you, more live streams, more videos, more stuff like that. And this is going to give me that availability, and it's going to help pull some of the irons out of the fires because I was getting stretched too thin, having too many channels. And so I'm walking back the Bulbaritos Rock channel. I will end up deactivating that at some point. I need to post some messages just so people know. And then we are going to start introducing a ton of Rise of Kingdoms content onto this channel. So if you're about it, hey, I love you. I welcome you. Even if you're not about it, if you just want to stay, hang out with us, vibe. I always appreciate y'all and love y'all for all the support. And I love hearing about y'all's lives, hearing about how y'all are improving, or celebrations or anything like that. So I hope y'all stay, and Happy New Year, right? Let me see real quick. Nicola, the number of accounts being sold is growing so fast. Yeah, I'm not gonna even attempt to do any of that junk. Like, it's one of those. I'll probably, Sig, if you want to zero me and get some content, you're more than welcome to. I probably won't. I'll probably just let it die off this weekend, and it is what it is. Let me see. Sig, their ground stance is that you as a player lie by default. They just don't listen to feedback during Pioneer server because they believe we're stupid. At least that's my feeling. I feel like that all the time, Sig. Whenever we bring something up, they're like, contact support. I'm like, bro, what are you supposed to be doing? Like, that's your job. Get some support in the server. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Most players still play. Okay, I'm catching up. Sorry. Night. Oh, you want a good example? When they first released, hold on, let me stop this recording. When they first released the infantry 20% attack and all damage 12% zenith scan appearance, community didn't like it, so they redesigned it before releasing. And that's the way it goes. There was a server merge feature that was also brought up too in Rock, and they walked it back after getting a ton of flack and feedback and all that kind of stuff. It turned into, oh man, I didn't even get the notification, team. Jesus Christ, hold on, give me 1 second. Do I have, oh, you know why? It's because I think I have the wrong alerts up. Sorry about that, team. I hope nobody on Twitch was chatting, bro. Hold on, give me a second. I forgot I always have the wrong one open. Nicola, thank you for the follow, bud. Thank you for the sub to the channel. Yeah, we're gonna be bringing all that. Hold on, let me move this real quick because this has the combined chat in it. This has the combined chat in it in case there is. Oh, the kingdom merged. Yeah, I'm not allowed to say all details, but CM and devs listen to community in some way. I think the reality is this, right? And I didn't finish this thought earlier, right? As a content creator, when we are providing the CMs and devs with feedback, right? We aren't telling you need to do this or else, right? This is not an ultimatum, right? We are providing them with valuable insight because we, as content creators, can tap into our community as a whole and get a universal consensus on whether we're doing polls, gathering feedback to make lists, whatever it may be, right? We get the voice of the community. We aren't independently voicing just our opinion, telling them to do this. We are coming from the community standpoint to let them know this is what it is, right? Now, what they do with that is totally up to them. The issue is they aren't even acknowledging that there is a problem, and that itself is the problem, right? Anytime we bring up issues of matchmaking, right, it is it's the same answer every time. It's like, it's based on power and status and no, it's not, bro. When you look at stellar standings and all the kingdoms and registration, that makes no sense. That logic does not hold. Once you look past the top 4, the logic doesn't hold. They're all dead kingdoms, dead stellars. Like, that is the problem, right? Their logic and their rationale behind it never follow through, right? And that is the problem, right? While other games, when we tell them, right, if I report a bug, which we've done it in Rock, there's a certain bug that when the reports start popping, it freezes some people's systems and makes them have to relaunch the game, right? When we reported that, we provided the people that can actionably hand it off to the development team for bug support. We provided them with screen recordings, status, like pictures circling what was the issue, system information, like our PC specs, what version of the game. Like, we literally did it as like if you were reporting a bug fix to an IT support person, right? And they literally said, we are immediately sending this to support. We will let you know and inform you on what happens, right? That is the kind of support that what? The support we get in AOEM is, please use in-game support. That is the response I get all the time. That's all I get. It's wild. It's wild. You see, Mr. Is it possible that the problem stems from the community manager not informing them of the reality? I don't think so. I don't think so, but I also can't speak because I don't know. I'm not in that conversation, right? Usually it comes down to a couple of things, in my opinion, right? One, either they lack the amount of support that they need in order to be proactive, right? A lot of companies suffer from this, right? I'm not just talking about dev companies, I'm talking about live companies where you onboard something and then it grows into something that you didn't even expect it to be. And then you're scrambling, trying to keep up with the demand, right? I think, I'll put it this way. I think that when they launched AOEM, they launched it with the intention that it was for casual players with low effort, low budget, fighting PvP, just something to circle around your friends, have some fun, poke, prod, and then go about your day, right? I think when they started to understand and realize the amount of money that players were spending or willing to spend, it turned into a revolving door of bundle support rather than game growth support. And so you have people that are working on assets to grow bundles, but not to grow the game, because the game content itself already has a blueprint, because everything that we've been playing over the last 13 months was in the Chinese version of the game. Nothing that we've experienced in AOEM is exclusive to AOEM. And I will repeat that once again. Nothing inside of Age of Empires Mobile is exclusive to AOEM that was not copied and pasted from the CN version. The only thing that the CN version lacked that AOEM built were the bundles. Now let that sink in. As much as people say the CN version is a massive pay to win, like super spend, AOEM Global blows that out of the water. Blows it out of the water. Simple things like strategic mechanics that were in the CN version are not crossed over into the global. I'll give you an example. There is a troop cap inside of the CN version. And yes, you heard me correct, a troop cap, right? There are certain strategic features like burning resource points inside of CN. So basically you're trying to starve out your opponent. There are a ton of, like, I think the best mechanics that I would say are, there certain, I would say, pay to win mechanics, right? But you cannot bust them through in one day. You have to actually farm, do quests, do stuff to earn the currency to then boost up your account. You can't just instantaneously buy currency, right? Another example that I bring up all the time is in the CN version. I know we brought this up. I know, Sig, when they initially launched horses, mounts, I brought this up as well. In the CN version, you can purchase the exact mount that you want. There is no RNG to it. It is, I want this pony, this, boom, here you go, you can get it. You don't need to roll 40 keys, 150, 1,000 keys to try to get that special perk. You literally just buy it. The RNG aspect and the bundle aspect was only added to global. And that's a perfect example that I can give of the massive differences between global and CN and what their focus is. So it is one of those things. Let me see. DB, Happy New Year, my friend. Happy New Year, bud. I wish you a very best of 2026. I appreciate you, homie. Thank you so much. Night. Though people are excited about Commander Reset now, I still remember asking CM about December patch with Commander Swap. They gave me a vague reaction. Though it's correct, I can't use it myself. So I will tell you this. I think that the hero resets become less viable the deeper in the game you get. So I think the younger players that are in KVK 1, 2, you know, that kind of stuff, they value that, right? Because there's a ton of heroes that will not cross into endgame, right? You don't need your Jones. You don't need, you know, certain heroes like that. Maybe you'll need a Joan, like if you're doing Siege. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? Leo essentially is useless now in our current status of the game where we are at in KVK. And so if you use universals, you did all that, because you can't get universals back, it makes the it makes the event almost useless, because, or you can't get all the medals back. It makes it almost useless because most people don't need XP books. The scrolls are helpful, right? But it's the medals that people need. And so once you get deep enough into the game, that event is like, okay, cool. I get some XP books back. I'll get my scrolls, and cool, right? I don't personally see it that enticing. I only used one last rotation. I don't switch my lineups. I am not a high enough spender where I'm going to have enough heroes that I need to reset. That is the issue I'm running. If you are a mid spender, high spender Kragan, yeah, you may be rotating out, right? But that is the smallest of small percentages that event affects, right? It's the same thing with T8 and T9. That update right there is going to affect maybe 2% of the population in AOEM, but has the potential to wreck the 98% that it is not benefiting. And that's what you can't have. That is where you break your game, and you can't walk it back now. So that's what we constantly bring up. Yeah, younger accounts deserve the swap. Maybe for ancient accounts, reset better. There needs to be, so in Rock, right, you know as well as I do, if you played Rock, they have hero swaps. The hero swap needs to replace the hero reset once you get deep enough into the game. What do I mean by that? Hero swap is essentially what it sounds like, right? If you expertised out a hero, it is going to directly swap everything that you have from this hero to this hero, and it's going to swap. If you expertised all the skills, did all the stuff, it's going to translate over to the next hero. That is what needs to be happening. Now, you don't do 5 of them, right? But even having 1 or 2, I think AOEM is a little bit different than Rock, because in Rock you only have 2 commanders per march. In AOEM you have 3, so 3 would be ideal because you want to be able to correct at least 1 march. But that needs to be an option, right? And we have brought that up from CC perspective on the need for a hero swap, not a hero reset, because they're not going to give us our medals back. And once you get deep enough into the game, what am I going to do with 250 Leo medals now when I don't use them, right? They're just going to sit in my inventory and die there, right? And when you spend money to get them, right, that's even worse, right? Because now it's just money that's just sitting there dying in the wind that you can't do anything with. So there are adjustments that need to be made, and we've gotten crickets forever. So yeah, but so those, like I said, those are a couple of the massive updates that we are doing. We did, if you are just coming in, we did start a new Discord a couple of weeks ago. I'm gonna put the, hold on, did it put it in there? Hold on. I'll see you again. Did it not put it in there? Give me a second. Did it put it for both? It should put it for both. Bulbaritos. What in the fuck? Bro. I don't even know, bro. What just happened there? Either way, that's fine. there's our brand new Discord. Hop in if you are part of the community, you want to continue to support. We love you for it. So the new Discord, the new eBay, Macari shops for all of our Bulba Breaks stuff and cards and TCGs, all that kind of stuff. If you don't know what TCG is, just trading card games. So like One Piece, Pokemon, MLB, like sports, NBA, NFL. I am possibly maybe at some point gonna rip some EU soccer, some EU football, but we'll see. I don't really know too much, and so I might do a little bit, but it won't be crazy. And then last but not least, probably the biggest update is I just want y'all to know that regardless of what goes on, y'all can always, and this isn't really a change, this is more just kind of just reiterating it. If y'all ever need any support, whether you're a CC, community member, whatever it is, y'all know I always got y'all. Regardless of what game I'm playing, I always love support. And even if it takes us to different paths, whatever it is, if y'all are part of the Burrito gang, you're always a part of the Burrito gang. And you'll see me. I hang out, and sometimes I'm able to hang out in Civ streams, sneaky playing other games, and I come and chill with him. I'm always about it. So at the end of the day, community is my focus. And I want to be able to hang out with y'all, have fun, laugh, and enjoy it. And it's just become very hard and a constant struggle doing that with AOEM constantly, as it being my only source of content for this channel. And so I made that executive decision of I want to have more fun. I want to play more games. I want to have more streams. I want to produce more content. And so that is where this is coming from, right? It's coming from a place of love because I want to hang out more with y'all and have a good time. So I hope y'all can understand that. I hope y'all can appreciate that. That does not mean I am completely killing AOEM. What it does mean is I'm not going to force myself to sit here on a random Wednesday when there is nothing going on in AOEM and force myself to stream just so for the sake of getting some live streams out on the channel, right? If there is some MEE fights, stuff like that, y'all know I'm game, right? And so that is most likely what's going to happen. There might be like, I was never the guy who's going to build like Cigar and builds phenomenal content guides and hero guides and stuff like that. That for me just never hits the spot, right? I like doing shorts of stuff like that. But the in-depth stuff is stuff that I never was really passionate about, which is the stuff that you can make being offline, right? You don't need to be online or streaming in order to make that content. What I really wanted and what I was thirsty for engagement is the PvP content. Anything PvP, KVK related, and it just never got addressed. I can't spectate. I have to jump through like 40 hoops in order to watch a specific KVK. They haven't fixed the marker problem since launch day that we've already told them a million times. So we have problems with that. We have problems with chats. We have so many problems to produce. Like, there shouldn't be that many barriers to making content, right? And I always felt like it was an uphill battle just to make engaging live stream content for AOEM. It's just a tough one, man. I don't know. Son, how's it going, buddy? AOM is starting to get really boring. Yeah, we'll be in Rock. We got some KVKs already in the upcoming channel. If you're gonna follow along or you're hopping back in, I did talk, right? I don't know if I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. I know and a couple other people know, but I was even able to get Karate. He hopped over to Rise of Kingdoms as well. I think he mainly has a pilot rolling right now, but he has an account that's building in Rise of Kingdoms as well. So I'm sure at some point we'll get him on a stream, or we'll vibe with him, hang out, stream some KVK, watch him absolutely demolish. But I did say one thing in a Rise of Kingdoms stream, and I will reiterate it here because y'all are here. If there is ever an opportunity in Rise of Kingdoms I'll preface this. I always said that I would never make a secondary account in Rise of Kingdoms. I would always just only play my main account. There's other players that run multiple accounts, right? I always said that I would never run multiple accounts, right? About a month ago when I came back, I pulled back on that stance, and then I prefaced it. The only way that I would ever run a second account is if we were able to get a large group together and get Sig in here, me in here, Sneaky in here, just vibe out, a la Kurd, Teamy. If we could get a squad together and all launch into the same Rise of Kingdoms kingdom, I would do it in a heartbeat. We'd all band together, we'd all jump in and go feet first in it. I would do it. I brought it up, Sneaky, it was an interest, right? I think a la Kurd was interest, and there was a couple others that were interested, but we never really pulled the trigger on it. But I can tell you that it's starting to get, like, whether it's rock or whether it's something else, there's a lot of CCs that already have their eyes kind of wandering already. So if that does come and we do get a consensus with any of the CCs, whether it's not Sig, not to put you on the spot or anything, with Sneaky or any of them, and we decide we did it with Destiny Rising. If we do decide to group up, get together, do a jump project, all that kind of stuff to land in the same kingdom, I will let y'all know via Discord, and I'm sure all of us, whoever's participating in it, will do it. That way we could try to get S40, get Satesi, get 13. I know there's we have a lot of fam that is in a lot of AOEM kingdoms that are hardcore players. Right, hardcore as in, like, you get S13, S40, 26. If we get everybody and we launch into a kingdom, if you are a hardcore player, you are gonna love it. If you're a casual player, you're not gonna love it. You won't be, I will say this, you will have use inside of rock, right? You won't feel as useless as you do in AOEM, I promise you that. But with that many Kragans, with that many people, it would be a fun vibe. So if it ever does happen, that would be the only rationale that I would have a secondary account in there. I am actively trying to pull some Kragans out of AOEM. Gotta save them. So Karate's firing up that account was kind of I know he's still playing AOEM, but it gives him kind of a fallback plan in case he's bored or wants to actually play some KVK. And have some fun. He has that option. He can also participate in the Osiris League, which should be coming fairly soon, that I think he'll enjoy. So it'll be a good time. Welcome back, F2P. Hey, I appreciate you, big dog. Yeah, we are gonna officially, I think we are gonna be launching that We Are Back video. I'll probably chop up all the rationale from this stream. But yeah, we're officially bringing Rise of Kingdoms back. You can spread the word back to this channel. If you are actually following the Bulbaritos Rock channel, I will make sure before I shut it down, I'm going to post several messages in Discord, do all that kind of stuff to make sure that everybody knows that we are going to be bringing it back to the official Burrito Gang Hangout, the Bulbaritos channel right here. And so we have KVKs that people are bringing to us. We already have a bunch of content that people are gonna actively be doing it. So you have an account? I do. I have my old original account in Rock. I've been slowly growing it back for like a month. I think I've grown, like 10 million power in the last month. It's nothing crazy because I will tell you, when I first went back, I was hesitant. I didn't spend any money because I wanted to make sure and feel out, am I invested? Am I in it? Right? Because if I'm not committed to it, I'm not going to spend money on it, which is the reason I haven't spent money on AOEM. Right? I'm seeing the edge of the cliff on AOEM. And so it always gives me pause. For the last like 4 months, it gives me pause on spending any money. I haven't spent any money in AOEM in 4 months. And so with Rock, I wanted to make sure, like, am I enjoying it? Am I having fun? Am I going to commit to it? This is my commitment. The moment right now when I'm crossing over, I wouldn't have done this lightly. So the fact that I'm coming out telling everybody I am actively going to bring Rock back to this channel lets you know that I'm committing to this. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go full Kragan mode on that, because I was never a Kragan, but it does mean probably almost any money that I would have spent on AOEM is now gonna be spent on Rock. So I'm gonna message you with my account. Hey, I appreciate it, free to play. You can also join the Burrito Gang chat in game too if you haven't already. All right, I'm gonna show y'all some things. I know some of y'all are CCs in here, but some of the stuff, if y'all have never played Rise of Kingdoms, I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. What's your ID? It's just Bulbaritos. Let me see. Or do I have it as Bulbaritos? I have Bulbaritos YouTube. Give me 1 second. Let me. It's Bulbaritos. I switched it. It was Bulbaritos YT before, but it's just Bulbaritos now. I switched it back. Do you need the ID? Here, I'll put it in the chat real quick. Free to play. 13787. There's the ID, but did it post? Dude, the chat keeps doing this. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Ten to 2. Okay, cool. We'll check it out right now. All right, give me 1 second. Let me do Rock. I don't want to move. Hold on. Let me. Give me 1 second, team. I'm gonna move this chat real quick. Let me move this chat. We are gonna move this bad boy. Oh, sorry, wrong one. We're gonna move this guy right here. I have to move the notifications later. Oh, brutal. 1 to 4 ads. Yeah. On Twitch. Hey, but if you use that that Twitch Prime, you know what I'm saying? We're on YouTube too, brother. Let me see. Okay, so let me shrink this back. That's locked. All right, let me show y'all. So here are some of the features that I will tell you this. If Sagaram and them, I probably won't cover it because I'm not applying for the AOEM PC beta. I can tell you right now, I'm already at that point where if I'm gonna have to toss my hat in with random people and hope, let's see how long I've been a follower. I don't know. It's been a minute. Hell yeah, brother. I'm back from the ads, Boba. Hey, I appreciate you support. I appreciate the support. You didn't miss anything. So, why does it say is not following? That's so weird. Hey, but I did get the alert. Dragons just followed. Free to play just followed. I appreciate y'all. Welcome to the Burrito Gang, my friend. Yeah. Welcome to the thickest community in all of Rise of Kingdoms. What? Bro, that felt so right. That felt so right, team. I haven't said that in like 2 years. Woo! Yeah. Felt so right. I had your notification. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. So the PC beta, right? I'm going to show y'all some stuff if you are from AOEM that I showed in a previous stream. when I was showing the side by side of what AOEM currently has, what Rock currently has, and what I want to see from the AOEM PC version, a lot of the features that are currently in Rock should 100% be in AOEM PC. And if it is not, it's an L, right? I will preface you with this. The response, and Sig, if he's still here, can honestly attest to this as well. The response that we got from the CMs was that the PC beta is not a complete PC version. It is basically like a modified mobile version. And at that point, I literally, the question I know y'all have and I had was, then how is it a PC version? And it was crickets. So basically, the response that we got from the CMs was, it's a modified mobile version, which is what the beta is going to be. Okay. So I hope that doesn't make y'all cry or tear y'all up. Okay. But first things first, you'll notice it. You may not notice it because of my camera. Let me share the camera real quick. For content creators, this is a massive one. Okay. Let me hide my camera real quick. You'll notice something. It literally says the words chat hidden. There is a slider in the back that I will show y'all that will hide all this. It will hide markers. It will hide literally everything. That I won't see any markers. Even if I say, show me the markers, it's gonna hide all markers. It overrides everything. It overrides everything. So you have to be whitelisted in order to have this functionality. And they reserve it for content creators, for anybody that's gonna produce content. And so that is a feature right there. The other thing is it hides markers, it hides chat, and then you can get into the settings. So this was functionality that I talked about. Hold on, let me bring my cam back up. Functionality that I talked to the CMs and development team and I brought to their attention early in game, right? Because I knew that PC version at some point would come, right? And I've always said that the AOEM UI is very clunky. It's very clunky. Their icons are like the size of Oreos. You know, your March icons are bigger than the actual icons itself. There's no way of adjusting them. All these things that we talk about, I don't know if they're going to be readily available, but I can tell you that they are available in Rock, right? If you want custom graphics quality, you can see up here like a PC game, right? How much of your PC assets are getting utilized. Visuals, if you want certain visuals, frame rates. What do you know? You can control your frame rate. Oh, because my VSync is locked. So you can control whether you want 30, 60, 90, 120. You can change your resolution. What do you know? The only thing that I don't believe that they did, which I will say this, back in the day when they released the beta version of the Rock PC version, they had a version that would stretch like a super ultra wide that I really wish they would have brought back. But they did not bring it back. So it is what it is. You can change all your resolutions, windowed variations, full screen, whatever you want to do, VSync. A lot of these in AOEM, if you click this and select it, it changes a bunch of other settings. It's not like a true PC version where you can really customize. If I want to run everything very high, I'll run everything very high. I don't need the game to tell me, nah, you can't do that and revert all my settings back, right? There are so many customizations in here, from hiding enemy troops, hide allied troops. Like, I won't go through them all, but you can start to see there's sound controls. These are hotkeys. This is an absolute must if you are going to be running and hosting on the AOM side a PC version. You can change, you know, what your drag is, to scroll, to click, to, you know, What are your shortcuts? Your cursor size. Look, cursor size. If you're blind, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, you can change it, make it small. You can change the color, right? This automatically should have been a thing anyways, because if you are doing like accessibility things, colors are a big thing, right? If you're colorblind, how, like, are you gonna be able to play, like, stuff like that? Is a thing. Let's just leave that cursor on. Movement speed of your mouse. You can slide it here, you know, edge to edge, screen movement. So screen movement is what it sounds like. If I drag my cursor to the edge, it will automatically move my whole field as far as that cursor is going. Or else you have to click, drag, which I personally prefer, but if you prefer the other options and all those kinds of deals, right? Camera zoom speed. This one is, I know that this is massively annoying, and I'm gonna show y'all why they do this. So in AOEM, y'all all know, right? If I would have done that, this would have broken the game, right? The emulator would be cooked. And then if I click the space bar in AOEM, it would have been like, and like if I scroll out, then it does that weird like herky jerky, like there's no smooth action to it. When I click it, if I want it faster, see, I don't want to like be in a vortex, so I do mine a little bit slower speed. That would zoom in a whole lot faster if I wanted it to. Let me see where I'm at. Notifications, you can turn on and off all those annoying notifications that you can't in AOEM. They're all here if you want to turn them all off. Every single type of notification has the ability to be turned off. Customization, same thing. It's usually legendary, like if you want specific stuff, secondary passwords, all that kind of stuff, you can set it all up here. Emojis, here's the number one. Here's a thing that I told the CMs a long time ago. My account isn't special, but I hope you like it. I'll check it out here in a minute, FPS, for sure. Emojis. This is like the number one easy giveaway that you could do for events in AOEM that they just do not do. Literally, they had one job. They have a current event right now, but the only way you get the new emoji is if you spend, which is like, bro, you know what I mean? And then they have animated versions of all these that can only be earned by actively participating. Want me to show y'all? Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all real quick. I'll go through them all. So all these animated ones can only be earned, right? There are little side missions, little side stories when you do your dailies, right? Hold on. So when you do your dailies each day, there is a chest at the end that will give you these things called golden apples. It basically builds reputation with specific heroes. So when you go to your hero, if you wanted a very specific emoji, right? So let me see. I want Joan. So if I want the Joan of Arc emoji, right? There's a little heart here. You click, you go to emojis, and these are the emojis that you can unlock, right? The way you unlock them is just going into, right here. And then those apples, each day you can only get 3. You cannot buy them. You cannot do anything. You have to, it's daily contribution. Then you just add, and it goes up by, I think, 350 or 400. And then you just work your way up. And then you have to get to a certain level, and then you unlock the emojis for free just for being active. It's little things like that that are huge, right? It's little quality of life updates that are massive that people just don't pay attention to. And it makes a huge deal, right? It makes you want to log in every single day to make sure that you can unlock as many as you can. Account characters. I want y'all to see this. This is a massive one that I've told AOEM either do this or do that, because right now you're crippling the idea of, like, if Cigarum wants to stream some KVK content in a kingdom that he does not have an account, he now has to find a friend that has some sort of account there that he can borrow. Now has to log out, log in, do, like, you basically have to jump through 30 hoops to do that, because you can't just make a little farm account. I want y'all to look at this. There is no cap in the amount of accounts that I have for spectating KVKs. I don't even need these anymore, but they are still there. I literally, because what they did was they added in the ability to just add in the third coordinate, which is what I told the AOEM, CMs, and devs just to have them do, so that us as content creators can literally just come in and just change this to whatever the number is, coordinates in that KVK, and then we can spectate all the MEEs, all the DDs, anything that we want to spectate stream is there. It's unique identifiers. That way there's no like confusion or anything. They literally have to add a third coordinate. They literally have to add a third coordinate, right? And that's a huge thing, because now, like right now, here, I'll give you an idea. Let me zoom out. There'll be this. I am looking for KVKs right now that are actively, oops, sorry, my bad, wrong one. That are actively fighting. Off-season Lost Kingdom list. Is nobody fighting right now? Let me see. Hold on. So this shows you that they're actively in a fighting zone. So we can go and watch if we want to watch. I'm surprised. Oh, because they're up here. So these are all the newest KVKs. So then we can come in here. How many days? 35. I think they should be able to see it now. Shows us the map. There we go. We can spectate. Okay. Right. Now, Sig will really appreciate this. Sig, this is gonna be Sig's, like, if Sig's still here, he might have already fallen asleep. This will be Sig's wet dream right here, right? So we're streaming this, right? You know, we used to have to, as content creators, to see the contrast between the kingdoms, right? We used to have to make up an alliance, send friendship requests, jump through 30 hoops. Okay, I am observing this KVK. There are two enemies that are fighting right here, and I want to see what the fight looks like, right? I can literally come in here, go into neutral at the top right. There's neutral, and then each zone, starting zone, has its own name. And you can click, I don't know which one each one is. There you go, one is blue. And now, there is contrast. No hoops have to be jumped. I can switch this if I want to. So if I wanted the right side to get highlighted, there you go. Now it's blue, murder balls. We can switch what we want. There's icons from there. There's light mode, I'll turn that off. And it runs like butter. It runs like butter. I can zoom in all the way. It utilizes my PC assets very well. And you just see a lot of action. It's just, when was the last time I saw a murder ball like that fighting in AOEM? I can't tell you, to be honest with you. You don't really see murder ball fights very much in AOEM now. All right, let me see. So that kind of gives y'all an idea on that front. Let me see real quick. I got a dry throat, fam. All right, let me bring up languages, other. Okay, cool. The other things are just UI, UX. Like this is fly out for profile. I did tell them all those kinds of deals, right? Fly in, fly out for the UI. It doesn't take screens. And I know that seems like a really dumb update, but when you are talking about speed and less screens or more, right? It's a benefit overall as a quality of life update. If I click on AOEM, it opens a new screen that then opens this and opens that and opens whatever it is. It's a lot, right? The other things are something like this. Here, I will show y'all. So we're gonna march. Let's do our presets because I need to kill some barbs. I'm gonna select, so these are the presets on rock, right? The blue are I use those as my fighting ones. Red are my barb or tribe. And if you're an AOEM, and then you can have an additional set that some people use. Sometimes they'll set them up for specific events. Sometimes they use it for whatever. And I can select one, select them all, preloads it all, and then you go in here. You'll start seeing them send. Now, something that is very, very unique on the PC version that isn't really available. It's kind of available on AOEM right now on BlueStacks, but it's not very good, right? So there are options in here that if I click A, it selects all my marches. If I select F1, it's going to select the one march right here. You'll see it F1, F2, F3, which AOEM does have, right? But there are options where there are so many times in AOEM, right, where we have one march that we need off the screen, right? That's retreating back. It's a siege march. And then we want to continue to fight with these marches. But every single time you select all inside of AOEM, it selects the march that is running away. There are options that you can set in here to only select the troops that are visible in screen, right? And that sounds really dumb, but like right now, if I selected that, use that shortcut, which I don't even remember what it is. Is it S? I remember W. Let me see. Which one is it? There's a shortcut for it. Combat. Be my superhero. Shortcuts. So you can change all your shortcuts too. City, campaign, commanders. Select all troops on screen, Control A. So see, then that march is being sent back, Control A, and then it only selects the ones that are on screen. Right, if you wanted Control V or whatever you wanted to switch it, you can do all that. But that's the important, those are like quality of life things that drive me nuts when I was fighting in AOEM, that you can't properly control what's on the screen, because when you would control all of them, right, and you start to fight, you would get that one random march marching back from Narnia when you didn't want it to. So it's just a quality of life. A lot of these are quality of life. You'll look at the size of the icons on the screen, very like small compared to everything else. You will see that there is like bars that you can have displayed for like rage and skills and all that kind of stuff that will show. You see them right here by the march. That will let you know when your skill is going to fire. You can fight in dot mode. So right now we're not fighting, but I can show y'all essentially what it turns into is if you lag all the time, you can literally come here and fight in dot mode. So like right now I'm going to hit a barb or a tribe, and I literally don't need to zoom in to do it. I can just chain it right here, do that, and then call it a day. There are different ways in here, different settings as well, where if I don't want to see specific things, I can do the quick commands and hide buildings, hide resource points, or attackable, sorry. And so you can determine what's going to be able to be attacked. Because sometimes people will accidentally target tiles or whatever it is, and you can do that. See, right now it didn't attack it because I don't have tribe selected, or sorry, I don't have barbarians attacked, like checked. Oops, sorry. Hey, 2902. So now and then you should see the red hitting it. But because I didn't have it selected, it didn't automatically hit the barbs. And then you see the bar going up. That's gonna trigger the skill. It's gonna trigger it all. And I can hit, I can rotate, I can do all that stuff. So it's one of those things. These are just small quality of life updates that AOEM we always push for. So, all right, let me see what else we need to do. I haven't done these. I'm gonna have to do it at some point. Let me see. KVK. What do you know? A timeline. Ayo. What is this? Oh, this is the Strife one. So this is gonna be funny. Y'all are gonna laugh at this. When they originally launched MEE, right? The suggestions that all the CCs, or at least I know I gave, was I wish that there was because ME, you're essentially raiding the opponent, right? You're raiding in their kingdom, you're landing there, you're zeroing, or DE, sorry. But what I told them is it's a short event that you can raid and cause some chaos, build some flags, burn some flags. They took literally the rock CMs. You ready for this? The rock CMs literally took all the feedback that I gave for AOEM, and within months they had already added it to the brand new mode, which is this Supreme Strife, which is here. How do I explain this to y'all? Rules, map info. Oh, they did they changed it. They made it into a 1v1. Ooh, okay. Never mind, they changed it. They made it so it used to be a 6 kingdom, 2, 4, 6, 8 kingdom, an 8 kingdom, and essentially what would happen is you all line up, you load in the game, the barriers drop, and you start building flags and start contesting this for, I believe it's 8 hours. That's it, right? It just goes ham. And that's what we told AOEM to do. Like, just make it so that it's locked in Kingsland. We can plant, burn, destroy flags, build towards it, and earn points and do stuff like that. This is really cool, though. I didn't know they were doing a one-on-one. I'll have to read up on this. That's pretty dope. Base resurrection. Very awesome. Okay. Just little things like that, team. Like, I hate to say it. Here's Alliance mobilization. I don't know. There's so many events and so many things happening right now. At the end of the day, right, what we're looking for is we're just looking for engagement. We're looking for content. So I hope y'all are enjoying. If y'all have questions, put them in the chat. I'm going to answer anything that y'all have questions about, whether it's about me, the channel, the reasonings behind why I'm doing certain things, questions about overarching things in AOEM. Now's the time to shine, fam. Now's the time to shine. Don't be shy. If you have questions about status or what's going on, it's time. It's that time, fam. How many gold heads you have, Bulba? I pretty much, so the issue that I ran into, I guess I probably should have, hold on, let me save this marker real quick. KVK. So the issue that I had was because I was out for 2 years, I was so far behind in heroes that now I'm starting to slowly catch up. My QSH, I think, is where I'm at right now. So right now I'm kind of working on Cav and the Archer because he's meta. And so I'm working on leveling him out. And then I pushed BQ and LC. And so that's where we're at right now. So I use most of the heads on them. I'm gonna try to push out QSH right now, and then once I get him 555 and I expertise him out, then I'll probably hoard for a little bit because I don't know which heroes are gonna be coming out next. But I know that QSH is gonna be a must, so I'm just doing him off the rip. But it's taking me a hot second because I wasn't spending. So like you'll see right now, I've been sitting on these because if I do decide to spend, this is an easy $5. You get 10 heads, 10 heads, 10 heads, 10 heads. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm sitting on them right now. And then I haven't gotten any of the passes. I've legitimately been free to play. Hold on, let me see where it's at. It might not even be in this section. Hold on, where am I at? It's not this one, that's KVK. Nope, that's wrong. Nope, not that one. I always forget, there's so many of these, man. Did I miss it? Am I blind? I'm not blind, I know that. Where are the packs? I'm probably blind. But I haven't done any of like the monthly bundles or anything like that. I haven't purchased anything. Why am I keep clicking on all this? Hold on, let me see. Like I legitimately haven't bought anything. Supply Depot, nothing. 30 like this I should be getting, you know, I legitimately haven't gotten anything. So this is something else. Auto help. So I will tell you this is one of those things. Nice, you're not that far off. Yeah, it's one of those, like, it's a slow burn. It's gonna take time. Like all my troops are still low. That's why I didn't go really hard and ham, because Cav was probably my highest, and then I needed armaments. I needed so much. But yeah, stuff like this is quality of life that people don't understand. So auto peacekeeping, auto helps, auto translation are features that are caked into, if you're gonna spend money, it automatically will add it to it. The other cool thing that a lot of people, if you're in management and stuff like that, there is the functionality for you to plan out your flags. I wish I could have screenshotted it during our KVK, but I didn't want to give away all of our stuff. But essentially like this, like if our attack plan, I'll give you an example. If our flag plan is to flag like that, you can mark out in red, it will, in like a light red, it will mark out the flag pattern. That way the person knows what it is, but you can also draw lines on here. So like we are gonna flag here, show the flag pattern, but we are all gonna attack, and you can draw the arrow that will show you like what the battle strategy is on the map. So that you're not having to use Discord and draw lines and you can literally go roop, 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 and attack and literally draw lines like a actual battle map. You can do that on here. So it's really dope. It's really, really dope. So there's just little stuff like that that makes it a lot of fun. Who has the most KP in your kingdom? Let's see if I remember how to do that, fam. It was, ooh, how do I do that again? Hold on. I think it's bro, I totally forgot how to do that. Let me see. Oh, is it this one? Yeah, rankings. Alliance power. Oh, it's gonna show all the KVK ones. So this isn't true. This is all the KVK. Individual power 307. NV21. NV was really, really good. Kudos to them. Alliance kills. There you go. Or sorry, there's alliance kills. Let me see, individual kills. There you go. 43. Now keep in mind, I think I'm in an A, like a lower A. So I'm not in an Imperium Kingdom right now. And go. So we're still working on it. We'll figure it out from there, and we'll see. Dang, YouTube, y'all are quiet today, fam. Y'all are quiet today. What was I gonna say? So overall, here, I'll just rope this back in, and then that way we can figure it out what we're gonna do. Okay. Sorry. Oh my goodness, hold on. Got dry mouth talking. So to reiterate, kind of the big announcements that we're talking about. If you're just joining, there's 3 of them, right? First one, we're kind of softballing in, easing it in. The update is we officially launched our Bulba Breaks eBay and Macari stores online. So if you have been watching any of our TCG, ripping sessions that we've been doing, unboxings, almost all of the cards, not all of them, almost all of the cards are up for they're going to be able to be sold. Outside of the Bulbas, the Slowpokes, those that we're keeping for our personal collection, a majority of them will be up. So if you watch the stream and you saw any cards that you're interested in, please let me know. Just DM or put it in Discord. And we have a cards channel. If you're interested in very specific cards in Pokemon, I had some Final Fantasy stuff. I am possibly looking at ripping some One Piece at some point. We definitely have MLB, we have NBA, and we have NFL. And then we did rip a lot of Disney stuff as well, some Star Wars stuff. So if you're interested in anything like that, check out the streams. They are on this channel. And if there was stuff that you saw that you were interested in, let me know. And then I'll prioritize putting that on the shop. That way we can get it to y'all if y'all are interested in it. But that was first and foremost, that was the number one. Number two was I announced officially that we are going to be bringing back Rise of Kingdoms back home to the main Bulbaritos channel. We answered all the questions of why, did all those kinds of deals. So if you missed it, I'll probably be making a separate video kind of announcing that, but we are bringing it back to this channel. So if you are here for some Rise of Kingdoms content, you already know the deal. Drop a sub, follow, and share it out. Let everybody know. Once I release the official video of the We're Back, feel free to share it out, share it with your friends, join the Burrito Gang chat if you're already in game. And if you're interested in just casual right now, hit me up. Right, I think right now I'm in kind of a laid back, chill kingdom that we have fun. They're really fun people, and we're doing all that. So if you're interested in that, or if you're looking for something very specific, then let me know. We have members that are in all sorts of kingdoms, from Imperium to casual style kingdoms. I would say ours isn't like death, right? But you can still get some good fighting, some good fun. But it is not going to be a million marches on the field kind of deal. It's not an Imperium kingdom. So just varies on what you're looking for, what you want, and hit me up on that. Okay. And then last but not least, I just thanked everybody for all y'all support. Y'all have been here. I love y'all. And I hope y'all don't leave. I am planning every now and then to do some KVK, some MEE stuff with AOEM, but it's few and far between, just because I'm probably going to be spending the weekday streams doing rock content, because they'll have KVK all the time, and as opposed to AOEM and kind of sitting there watching the paint dry and nothing happening. That does not mean I'm completely removing AOEM. It just means that I'm kind of slowly phasing it and slowing it down. Because right now, Rock is supporting me in a way that AOEM hasn't even come close. And that means more to me than bad content, right? I can live with bad content. What I can't live with as a content creator is feeling like my voice is never heard, my opinions don't matter, and we're doing this for no reason, right? At the end of the day, right, I want the community to have fun, us to rock out, have drinks on a Friday, chill, have a good time, watch some KVK fighting, some people get zeroed, like have some vibes, and at the end of the day, that is what we're aiming for. That is what we're pushing for. Osiris League, we're gonna bring it back. If y'all don't know the Madness tournament, we're gonna bring that back as well. Osiris League, we're gonna have, hopefully the more we get views on our content, the higher the engagements, all that kind of stuff, we'll be able to unlock gift codes that we will be able to do in streams. So if you want gift codes and stuff like that, the easiest way to do it is to help support, share, get more eyes on our live streams, on our videos, on all of our stuff, because that's how we unlock it as a content creator. So, you know, we'll have some giveaways. Hopefully, you know, we can get some content, getting some buzz and unlock some of those. And then we'll have giveaways during live streams. And that's kind of the gist of it, right? If y'all have specific questions about the AOEM content creator program or reasons why, just put them in the chat. I'll answer them again. But I went kind of in deep detail earlier on some of the reasons why and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully y'all understand, and I appreciate all the love y'all been showing, man. Twitch 1 to 4 ads again. I'd be number 1 in the KP ranking. Ooh. Could be a part of your in-game chat. What do you mean? Hold on, let me see. Oh, yeah. 1 second. Sorry, wrong one. Tickle fit. Wait. Bro. Tickle, it's you? Bro, what's going on? I didn't know that was you. Bro, how have you been? Dang, I didn't know that was you, bro. Hell yeah, dude. Look how well, we're kind of leaking our DMs and shit, you know what I'm saying? But bro, I've known this homie. Oh, you bought his account. Hell yeah. Okay, no worries. Yeah, I've known Tickle Fist for I knew him for a long time. All right, let me see. Oh, you know what? Let me add. Oh, accept. Burrito gang. Oh, this is one of those that has the weird, because you have the weird initials, I think I can't search it. It's at the very end. Let me see. Should be RB. There we go. Confirm. You should be in, bud. Let me see. Hey, there you go. Okay, I'll have to get rid of some people. I don't know who these are. I think this used to be Hova. Home fries. Dang. Uni. Oh, bro, it scrolled all the way back, didn't it? Come on. I think your little mini initials just pissed me off, bro. I'm just gonna put welcome fluff. All right, I'm not worried about this. All right, cool. All right. Oh shit. Oh shoot. All right. Get a little zoomed in here, boys. We pushing a flag here? Let me see. Thank you. Oh no, they're pushing the. I think they're pushing them out right now. Let me see. Yay. All right. Of course, man. Of course, you're very welcome. See if they're clearing it out for a rally. Hoping for a little rally action, baby. Dun 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 dun. Almost 51 billion KP. Jesus Christ. Moist toilette. Oh yeah, man. Ticklefist was a monster, bro. I played with him for a hot second. How are you enjoying your kingdom? Oh, I didn't even look at the account. Hold time. Let's see. 152 million. Woo! Woo! Bro. Dang, bro. I'm not jealous. Dude, you're gonna piss me off with that flag, bro. My OCD is triggered. How are you gonna do that, brother? How are you gonna do that? Are these your current marches? Oh, yeah, you have QSH right here. Interesting. Are you using Alexander? Dude, my OCD, all I'm literally looking at is this, bro. This is just pissing me off. It's like, oh, it's so cool. Gold, blue. Wait, what? Heart? Yeah. Yeah, boy. Heart? I give a little heart action here. Nom 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 nom. Let me see your alliance, bro. 13 billion. Let me see if I know anybody in Nam. Monkey Clown. Nobody there. The Push Monkey. Whew. What? Bloop. Oh no, I don't know anybody here. Oh, y'all must be in KVK then, right? Because y'all have. Yeah, if y'all know of any KVKs that are coming up or happening right now, make sure y'all let me know in the Discord, just in the rock chat. That way I can add it to the list. Yeah, I don't know anybody in here. GG's. Oh yeah. Bro, did we miss the burn? We did not. I think they're all dying right now. All right. Let's see. 1 second. Appreciate it. How are we doing? Oh, we do. We got a couple people on Twitch. I see you. I see you, team. Oh yeah. Shout out to all the Twitch guys. YouTube, you're quiet, fam. Did the YouTube chat break? What? Let me see. Let me check. Y'all went like radio silent. Y'all went radio silent, team. Let me see. No, it's still there. We just got some lurkers today. It's all good. It's all good. From my kingdom, Skinsy is a YouTube rock content creator. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Yeah, we have to get some content creator tags going on the Discord. That way I know who's a content creator and who's not. Yeah, if y'all aren't already, hold on, let me put it in, hold on. I'm gonna put it in here. Let me see how this is gonna go. Burritos. Let me see. I'll put it in here. There you go. So if you all want to, I would love for y'all to join our brand new Discord. If y'all haven't already, come join in, hop on in, send an invite. There is a feature that we have on the server now. If you want to, it is under invite leaders. Under invite leaders, that channel, if you invite your friends to the server, make sure you use that. I think we're gonna end up starting to do, we might do some giveaways in the future with some nitro or whatever it is on the server as kind of like a thank you for the highest inviting people. So make sure you do the whole, it's on there. It's just to set up your custom code. That way you can send that code and then it will track when your friends accept the invites. You should see it under the Burrito Gang Hub. It says invite leaders and it will tell you how you can set up your own custom code and all that kind of stuff. So if you do invite your friends, make sure you set up your code. That way we can get you on the leaderboards and you can start earning your way towards that. Well, welcome everybody to the stream. I appreciate y'all. I know this one's a little bit confusing because I haven't streamed Rise of Kingdoms on this channel in almost 2 years. So I'm not expecting like the most massive. I don't even know if YouTube is pulling my stream right now. Let's see. They may or may not, and that's the difference. Let me see. Oh, they are pulling it. Cool. Okay, cool. So I did pull this in the lives. But you'll start to get the rock notifications in Discord. If you are joining the Discord, we've made it where it's like basically like a self-serve kind of deal. So if you want notifications for content or, you know, anything that you want to take them off, put them on, do whatever you want, you can self-assign them yourself in there. And so, you know, all those people that always say, I wish I would get pinged when you're going live, literally just add the role, and anytime I go live or launch a video, you're literally going to get pinged in Discord. So sometimes YouTube doesn't do it, but if you don't have it muted on Discord, it will ping you every time. And I only ping, it's very rare that I do what I did today where I pinged the Burrito Gang tag, because that is everybody. I usually only ping the content role specific to the game. So in the future, if you are Rise of Kingdoms, it will be the Rise of Kingdoms content role that you self-assign yourself. So it won't always be, it will rarely be with what it was today. I just know I'm gonna get a ton of questions on what we're talking about today, which is why I did what I did. You know what? Let me do this real quick. Hold on. Let me bring all these guys back home. I don't have icons on. I need to do my dailies later. That's this. Oh, bro, why didn't they go back in? Oh my god.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
All right. Let's get it. They just randomly Fort dropped this? I think they did, right? This is right before Kingsland. Let's see down here. Is this a pass fight? Deaths, wounded. Dang. Dang. I think they're just farming them on that one. Let's see. Those the two areas? I feel like they are. Oh yeah. The one optimization I kind of wish they would do is I wish that when you put the blue tags, I wish the marches would be blue too. You see how they're both still red?
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Maybe I'll make a video on that too. Some suggestions that I'd like to see. Probably would do pretty well. A little back and forth action, baby. To another dimension. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I think we got some offers on some cards, team. We got some offers on some cards. Hey, but I really do hope y'all are as excited as I am. If you're here and you love rock, if you're here and you're just here to support us, hey, I appreciate y'all regardless. We gotta get our feet wet again with rock. Got a lot of stuff coming up. I need to cut this video because I know I'm gonna get asked a ton. I don't know. We might have to figure something out. We'll have to figure something out, team. To another dimension. See, it was always this. This is the part that it's like, it's hard to explain. It's always hard to explain when people ask me, why do you love rock? Because this will go on for days. If you are looking and you're waking up and you're like, man, I want to do a little fighting. Boom. You got fighting. Gonna be back and forth, fighting, burning flags, joining rallies. It turns into a whole thing. You won't ever be bored in a KVK. It's very rare. It's very rare that you're going to be bored for 45 days in a KVK. You might start initially bored, right? If you, depending on your allies, but it's very rare that you're going to be bored in a KVK. There at some point, there'll be a pass that opens up that is non-stop contested for days and days and days. And some people don't enjoy that, and that's okay. Right? But as a content creator, I am never hungry for content. Whenever I want to make content, I can just fire a stream up. I don't even know if there's KVKs going on tomorrow, but I can bring up the map. I can spectate whatever map I want, make a thumbnail and just live stream that. Right? I'm not hungry and thirsty and starving for content. And that's the thing, right? The issue right now with AOEM is everything happens on the same time, the same day, you know, and then when it isn't happening on that day, then you're cooked for 2 weeks. And that's the problem. Oh, buddy. All right. Let me see. We got, oh, did they just swarming it? Oh, no, they accidentally hit it. Okay. I was like, oh, getting cooked? Getting cooked, brother. Oh, dude, they're popping the emojis for the stream. You love to see it. Oh, I thought it was Gaines. I thought it was Gaines Gaming. I thought it was the content creator. I don't know where he went. Did he go? Where did Gaines go? I don't even remember.
Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god. Mess, hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next.
All right, tomorrow's Friday, so we'll see. I just wanted to show a little bit of love right now, answer any questions y'all have. But it doesn't seem like there's very many questions, which is good. Means I explained it away pretty well. And look out for the video. I'll probably be chopping it up tomorrow and release it. That way y'all can help me out. And look forward for the next KVK stream, stuff like that in the coming days, coming weeks, all that kind of stuff. If you haven't already, like I said, jump in the Discord. They are in the live chat right now. It's also in the description below. That way we can get y'all in there. You get notified anytime we go live if you want to. And don't forget, spread the word, share the news. Bulba is back in rock. We are coming with our big boy pants. If y'all have stuff y'all want us to stream, cast, check out, anything, hop on the Discord, ping me, let me know. I will add it to our KVK, upcoming KVK list, or just anything in general if y'all want to do stuff, okay? All right, well, Burrito Gang, let me flip this over. Regardless of the reasons you're here for this stream, I appreciate and want to tell you, each and every one of y'all, that I appreciate and love each and every one of y'all. Without y'all support, we would not have grown how we've grown. And I really, really hope y'all stick around and continue to help us make this the most amazing, thickest community in Rise of Kingdoms. And I look forward to seeing y'all on the next live stream. Bulba's back. We are back in Rise of Kingdoms. Who would have known? Y'all have a good one. See y'all soon. Bye-bye. Bye.